For today's headlines, Duterte to fight COVID until end. Lapulapu City eyes construction of 12-kilometer skyway. Pfizer BioNTech says 3 doses effective against Omicron. Election source code now with Comelec. Mr. Malasakit helps farmers in Agusan Sur. Shear line northeast monsoon to bring rains in Philippines. Government advances BSP debt payment. Good morning, I am Venice Bautista and you are watching Tribune News on Q. Today is December 9, 2021 and here are the latest news of this Thursday morning. Presidential Communications Operations Office Secretary Martin Andanar on Tuesday assured local officials that the Duterte administration will not leave them in the fight against the ill effects of the COVID-19 pandemic until the end President Rodrigo Duterte's term next year. In his brief engagement with officials of the local government here, Secretary Andanar stressed that having a president who comes from Mindanao and has a good track record in political leadership was a key factor which enabled President Duterte to effectively lead the country. Andanar sought the continued support of the LGU in the remaining months of the administration. He asked for them to work with the national government and intensify campaigns to encourage more of their constituents to get vaccinated. He added that he is asking for assurance and support because they only have 6 months remaining and this is important for the recovery of the country from the negative effects of the pandemic. On the same engagement, Kibawe Mayor Reynaldo and Rabanes said that it was during the current administration that they felt closer to the national government and connected to the office of the president, which provided them with much easier access for support on their requests for funding on various projects. Lapulapu City Mayor Junard Ahon Chan on Thursday said that the local government is eyeing the construction of 12-kilometer skyway that would link the municipality of Cordova to Mactan Cebu International Airport. Chan added that the project will be called Lapulapu Expressway or LLEX, which will be a public-private partnership initiated by 3 construction firms, namely Premium Megastructures Incorporated, Ulticon Builders Incorporated, and MTD Philippines. The project cost is estimated to reach 24.81 billion pesos, and he added that it will be the first skyway in the country outside Metro Manila. The skyway project will start in Barangay Babag 2 and will pass through Barangays Pasak, Buaya, and Ibo, then will end at the MCIA. The Lapu-Lapu Expressway construction may be completed in less than a year, and once completed, the travel time from the airport in Lapu-Lapu City to the South Road properties in Cebu City would take only 7 minutes. 2 doses of the BioNTech and Pfizer coronavirus vaccine may not be enough to protect against the Omicron strain, the companies warned Wednesday, but they stressed it was still effective after a 3rd jab. The company's news was called reassuring by experts and came as the first independent data from labs around the world emerged, suggesting that the new variant is better at evading vaccine-trained immunity than those before it. In preliminary results published on Wednesday, Pfizer and BioNTech said their vaccine is still effective in preventing COVID-19, also against Omicron if it has been administered 3 times. But they warned that the Omicron variant is probably not sufficiently neutralized after 2 doses. According to early laboratory research using blood serum from vaccinated people, a booster 3rd dose generated around the same level of antibodies against Omicron as is seen after a 2nd dose with the initial strain. World Health Organization Chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus On Wednesday, summarized what it is so far known about Omicron. It poses higher infection risks to people who have already had the virus or been vaccinated than previous variants, and there is a preliminary indication it could cause milder disease. But even if confirmed to be less severe, the variant is likely even more transmissible than Delta, meaning it could reach and thus sicken more people. Tribune News on Q will be back after these short reminders.
Botomoto
Manong Joe po.
2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.
Bong, yung naumpisahan ko, tapusin mo. Mga bagong highway, tulay, tren, dapat ma-enjoy na kaagad ng mga tao yan. Kailangan lahat bakunado at laging may ayuda pag kailangan. Huwag dapat makabalik ang mga drug lords para ligtas ang pamilya. Yung ginawa mong Malasakit centers, maganda yan. Padamihin mo pa. Magkasama tayo. Tayo ang nagsimula, tuloy-tuloy lang, Bong.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.
We're back on Tribune News on Q. The Commission on Elections on Wednesday formally received the final source code and trusted build of the automated election system of the 2022 polls. Comelec Commissioner Marlon Casquejo turned over the USB keys containing the components of the automated election system, namely vote counting machines, the consolidation and canvassing system, and the election management system. The USB keys were received by Comelec Executive Director Bartolome Sino Cruz Jr. and Comelec Information and Technology Department Director Jenny Florarita in a ceremony at the Diamond Hotel in Manila. The keys are currently in store at the vault of the Comelec Information and Technology Department in Intramuros, Manila, and they will be deposited as required by law to the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas in January 2022. The final trusted build will be turned over to the poll body for the installation. On Friday, the poll body streamed the source code review of the automated election system, being reviewed by US-based Pro VNV, who conducted the technical process. Senator Christopher Bongo reiterated his call for the government to implement more measures that would further promote the welfare of the agricultural workforce, particularly small-scale farmers. Go said in his video message during the relief operation for 650 rice farmers in San Luis, Agusan Sur, that food security is an integral element of the national security. Hungry people are angry people. And having said this, they will continue to build agricultural support systems and infrastructure, such as farm-to-market roads. The Department of Agriculture extended financial assistance through its Rice Farmer Financial Assistance Program as part of the government's efforts to alleviate the impacts of the pandemic on the agricultural sector. The Department of Trade and Industry and the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority also evaluated potential beneficiaries for their respective livelihood and scholarship programs. Gov't, as the chair of Senate Committee on Health and Demography, also advised the farmers to avail of the services of the nearest Malasakit Center at Democrito O Plaza Memorial Hospital in Prosperidad should they need the help with their medical expenses. And for their province, he also supported the construction or improvement of existing roads in Bayugan, Bunawan, Prosperidad, and Veruela, concretion of local roads in Esperanza and La Paz, construction of multipurpose buildings in Bayugan and Prosperidad, construction of an evacuation center in Prosperidad, improvement of the Adlayan Riverbank in San Francisco, installation of reinforced concrete pipe culvert with pavement widening in Trento, and purchase and installation of solar street lights in Esperanza. The Shear line is expected to bring rains in eastern section of Visayas, while northeast monsoon is currently affecting Luzon, according to the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration. Eastern Visayas, Surigao del Norte, Dinagat Islands, and the northern portions of Cebu and Negros Occidental will have cloudy skies with scattered to widespread rain showers and thunderstorms. While Sorsogon, Masbate, Misamis provinces, Camiguin, Agusan del Norte, Surigao del Sur, and the rest of Visayas will have cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms brought by the shear line. On the other hand, the rest of Mindanao, Cagayan Valley, Apayao, Kalinga, Ifugao, Mountain Province, Aurora, Quezon, and the rest of Bicol region. Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon will be partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated light rains, and temperature will range from 21 degrees Celsius to 31.3 degrees Celsius. Tribune News on Q will be back. Stay with us.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama. Katribu, hanap mo ba ay food to satisfy your cravings, essential products, o ano paman? Sagot ka namin dito sa tindahan ni Tarsi. Halina't tuklasin, kilalanin at alamin ang kwento sa likod ng iba't ibang produkto at negosyo mula sa ating Pinoy local entrepreneurs na tiyak papatok sa'yo. Samahan natin si Tarsi simula November 16 na mapapanood sa programang Gising na mula alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune at TribuneNow on YouTube. Mga katribu, tara na't makiisa at matuto sa mga public service programs hatid ng Kalingang Katribu. Tuwing Lunes, nandyan ang usapang business na magbibigay tips at inspirasyon sa mga aspiring entrepreneurs kasama sina Pompi Manalo at Vernon Velasco. Tuwing Miyerkules, usapang pangkalusugan naman ang tatalakayin ni Miss Cory Quirino sa Health and Wellness. At tuwing Biyernes naman, kung legal advice ang kailangan mo, sagot ka na ng Legal Diaries kasama si Elmer Navarro Manuel at mga guest lawyers. Lahat ng yan mapapanood tuwing alas 3:30 ng hapon sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at TribuneNow on YouTube. Fun and inspiring na kwentuhan? Sagot na yan ang programang Spotlight ng Daily Tribune. Makipagkwentuhan at kilalanin ng iba't ibang personalidad na kilala sa kani-kanilang larangan. Manood at makinig sa mga inspiring stories na kanilang ibabahagi kasama si Nina Ventura at Jojo Silvestre. Be ready ng mamangha at matuwa every Thursday alas 2 ng hapon dito lang sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at TribuneNow on YouTube. Makinig at makisali sa usapan every Friday night at 6 p.m. sa I Speak Katribu Podcast. Samahan sina Daniel at Alvin na pag-usapan ang mga relevant topic na tiyak kakarelatean nyo mga katribu. At pagdating ng Sunday at 7 p.m., Speak Your Mind with our I Speak program na sasagot sa mga tanong regarding the latest and relevant issues sa paligid natin. I-like at i-follow nyo ang Daily Tribune Facebook page at TribuneNow on YouTube para updated ka sa mga latest episode namin mga katribu.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.
You are still watching Tribune News on Q. The national government intends to repay the full amount of its outstanding 540 billion pesos provisional advances to the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas this week ahead of the January 12, 2022 maturity date, aside from downsizing its request for liquidity support to 300 billion pesos next year amid an improved economic outlook. Dominguez, in a letter addressed to BSP Governor Benjamin Diokno, said the lower amount of 300 billion pesos to be requested by the government as a provisional advance in the second week of January 2022 signals to the market that they are on the track with the unwinding of liquidity support on firmer evidence of a return to economic strength. As head of President Rodrigo Duterte's economic team, Dominguez revealed the government plan as he lauded the strong monetary and fiscal coordination between the BSP and the Department of Finance in ensuring that the Philippines remain resilient in this crisis. The extension of provisional advances is a temporary arrangement between the BSP and the national government to provide the government access to ample cash resources while revenue generation is weakened and fulfillment of the borrowing program is challenged by the scale of the borrowing need and the unpredictability of financial markets amid the pandemic. National Treasurer Rosalia De Leon had recommended the early repayment of the 540 billion pesos provisional advances, which will be settled on December 10, on the basis of favorable cash position brought about by promising revenue collections and overwhelming support in the recent retail treasury bond offering. And that wraps up the stories this morning. Before we go, I would like to thank the SM Store, Department of Tourism, Araneta City, MG Motors, Hina Motors, Security Bank, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Venice Bautista on Tribune News on Q, reminding you that we only have 16 days left before Christmas. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, TribuneNow. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.